Hey guys, and welcome to today's lesson, connecting a PHP website to a database. In today's lesson, you will be building this page. All the data which you see here is being fetched from a database. This page is also dynamic, meaning it can change depending on user input. Your virtual server comes with integrated database functionality. To open your database, simply open your browser and navigate to localhost/php myadmin. From this screen you can manage or create new databases. Open up the Databases tab and create a new database and call it CoffeeDB. And open it. I have provided an SQL file which you can download from the description below. So open it, copy and paste all the code, open your SQL tab, just copy, paste and run. This will create a new table called coffee inside your CoffeeDB with some sample coffee data. Let's take a look at our new table. As you can see, it comes with 4 coffee objects which have 7 parameters each: an ID, a name, a type of coffee, price per unit, type of roast, country of origin, image, and a review. Note that we are not actually storing images, but rather we are storing links to where these images can be found. Okay, so let's get coding. Open up NetBeans and open up the project that we've created in our last lesson. We are going to start by building a coffee object to make our communication with the database easier. This type of database related object is also known as an entity. So in your sources files folder, add a new folder and call it entities. And within that folder, add a new PHP class and call it coffee entity. Within this class, add the same parameters as the one in your database, like so. And once you've done that, hit Alt and insert at the same time to bring up the generate menu and generate a new constructor with all fields marked. There we go. Next, we are going to write some code to make communication with our database possible. It is important to keep application and database code separated, so we are going to use a separate class for our database communication. This type of classes are also known as modules. So under your source files folder, add a new folder and call it module. And within that folder, add a new PHP file and call it credentials. In this file, we are going to store the login data for our database, and we are going to link our future models to this file. If you haven't altered the login data for your database yet, you can log in using the following login data. Don't forget to change your login data once you upload your website, or else it will be easy to hack. Next, add a new PHP class to your module folder and call it coffee module. This class is going to contain all the code required to insert, update, delete, or fetch coffee related data from the database. We are going to use the coffee entity class in this module, so add the following code above the class name. Require entities / coffee entity. Next, we are going to write a function that is going to fetch all the coffee types from our database and display it in this drop-down list. So create a new function called getCoffeeTypes. And next, just copy the code that I write. There we go. Next, we are going to write another function that retrieves all coffee objects from the database using a selected coffee type as an input parameter. So add a new function and call it getCoffeeByType using type as an input parameter. This function is going to return an array of coffee entities so that we can use it in a regular coffee page. Next, just copy the following code. Okay, that's it for our module. Now we are going to write a class that is going to contain all the functions, non-database related functions for this coffee page. These type of classes are also known as controllers. So under your source files folder, add another folder and call it controller. And inside that folder, create a new PHP class and call it coffee controller. This class will be using our coffee module to communicate with the database. So make sure to include it in this class by typing in require model/coffee module. This controller is going to contain 3 functions. One function to create this drop-down list, another one to fill it with database related data, and last but not least, a function to create these coffee tables. So let's start off by building the drop-down list. Create a new function and call it create coffee drop-down list. And then just copy the following code. Next, we are going to write a function to create an option value for each coffee type found in our database, and then we are going to use that function in this to-do. So create a new function and call it create option values with an array for input. And copy. There we go. You guys hold on to this piece of code. It's going to be really useful if you want to fill other drop-down lists. You can use the same method. Now we just need to call this method over here. So remove the to-do variable and add the following code. There we go. This method will get all the coffee types. It's going to return them in an array. And this method will make sure that the array is converted to option values which are added to this drop-down list. So last but not least, we need to write a function to create the coffee tables. So create a new function and call it create coffee tables. With types as input. Next, just copy and paste the following code. Okay, that's it for our controller class. Now we just need to put everything together in a web page. So add a new PHP file under the source files folder and call it coffee. Add a title and a content variable, and be sure to link the template file which we've created in a previous lesson. Next, open up your template and add a link to your new coffee page. Then just copy and paste the following code. Okay, that should do it. Let's run our page to see if everything's working. Oops, I seem to have made an error. Let's see. Error in the coffee controller. Ah yes, I forgot the dollar mark before the result. And I forgot to close the input tag as well. Okay, let's try that again. Ah yes, that looks better. Everything seems to be working. Now all we need to do is style our new coffee tables using CSS. So go back to NetBeans, open your styles/style sheet file, and add the following CSS code. That should do it. Let's try running our page again. Ah yes, and as you can see, the coffee tables are now styled using CSS. So that's it for today. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you have any further questions, please ask me them in the comment section below, and I hope to see you again for our next lesson, in which you will learn how to build your own CMS or content management system.